Recently, somebody asked me if I could do an update for Hamilton. So this one's for you. Hope you enjoy the video. And let's get right into the stats. Uh, Basically, this sentence right here summarizes everything that's going on in Hamilton right now. This September that just passed was the slowest September they've had in over a decade. And for this video, I am going to be focusing on the stats from the Hamilton Real Estate Board, not the Toronto Real Estate Board. Usually I focus on the Toronto Real Estate Board, but Hamilton has its own board, so I'm going to be focusing on those numbers here. So I crunched all the numbers, and in terms of number of sales, and this is all of Hamilton, sales are down 57%. And as you've seen in my other videos, like I've covered Toronto, Durham, Peel, they're all around the 50% mark. So Hamilton is not much different. In September on their board, they had 425 sales, and in comparison to that, the peak of the market, which was 984 sales, so that's a drop of 57%. This is for number of houses sold. And like I said before, anything I present here is the source is Real Estate Associations of Hamilton and Burlington. So which is the busiest area for September? So this is based on September sales. Hamilton Mountain had the most sales in terms of market share. Stony Creek was second, and I would say Hamilton Center and East are next in line. So that is the market share, Hamilton Mountain being the busiest. Now we are going to discuss prices, but if you guys enjoy this kind of stuff, please consider subscribing because it does help out the channel. And if YouTube sees a lot of people liking and subscribing, it signals to them that this information is kind of useful. So there's nothing in it for you except you would just be helping me out. That's it. So I'll just be honest about that. So let's discuss prices. Detached homes are down 26% since the peak of the market, and condos are down 20%, and this is pretty much in line with what else is going on pretty much in every single market. Detached homes are showing the biggest drop. Some areas of Durham like Ajax, they're down 32%. Like Brampton, I think is down 29% or so. So detached homes biggest drops in Hamilton is 26% down, and condos are down 20% since the peak of the market. So let's get into the actual numbers. This is detached average prices only. That's all I could get from their website. So the peak of the market for detached homes in Hamilton was February. They were selling for 1.13 on average, and in September that was down to $843,260. That is a drop of almost $300,000 in a matter of about 8 months. They're down $290,000. Now let's look at condos. Condos, same thing. This is going to be average prices only, and this peaked, I would say, in March. They were selling for $620,000 in March, and now they are selling under $500,000, and they are selling for $494,000 on average, and that is a drop of $125,000. So since the peak of the market, like I said before, detached homes are down 26%, condos are down 20% in Hamilton. And what I also want to do was, because the last year and this year has been kind of all over the place, so let's compare it to 2020 September and September 2021 and September 2022, and let's see how they compare. So this is same thing as before. This is a September comparison for each year, and this is going to be average prices. So you can see here for detached homes, they finally dropped below last year's average prices. So they are selling for less than what they were selling for at this time last year, but they are still quite a bit higher than 2020 prices. And I'm noticing that with other cities as well. Most cities have dropped below last year's prices, but they're still selling for a lot more than only 2 years ago. So a detached house in Hamilton in 2020 was $733,000 and went up to $874 in September 2021, and it has dropped to $843 just a couple of weeks ago. Condos are still up compared to last year's prices. In 2020, they were selling for $378,000 and went up to $480 in 2021 September, and now they're selling for $494, as I mentioned before. So condos still holding up compared to detached homes. They're still holding up a little bit better, not by much. And I think if you guys are interested in any other cities that you would like me to cover, if I have access to the stats, I don't mind putting in the work. A lot of the times there's nothing in it for me, so but that's okay, as long as the information is out there, and then maybe in 5 years, 10 years, if you guys want to buy or sell, maybe you guys remember, hey, that guy. So maybe, and if you don't, that's okay too. You don't have to call me. That's okay. But I've covered Toronto, Durham. I think I covered Peel as well. So if you guys want to check out those videos for September, they are in the description somewhere. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. See ya.